Hi, welcome to Naked Real Estate, the barrier-free experience. Today's topic, we're talking about small town investing versus big city investing. So when you're investing in small towns, the number one thing you want to think about is you're going to have bigger cash flows than city rentals. And you're also going to have a more sensitive real estate market, not because of the higher demand when things are booming, but because of the lack of supply in smaller towns. So in smaller towns, they're never always building like in big cities. In big cities, the builders always have to build. So they're always, how would you say, forecasting a future market. House building never stops. You can basically say it's like a house birthing factory, where in smaller towns, they build a lot smaller. So when things start to boom, a little bit of increased demand affects smaller town markets a lot quicker than in the big city, where they're always kind of building, and a small increase in demand doesn't affect the bigger market that much. So when you're investing in smaller towns, expect a lot more cash flow in your rental properties. But also know that because it's a smaller town, when the market does shift and go into a down market, your property is gonna be stuck at bottom for longer than a big city, because the number of transactions happening really kind of hits bottom. And that's the thing is, in boom markets, for small towns, the demand for rentals and for housing usually hits the market and market values a lot quicker than in bigger cities. And when things are down in small towns, they stay at the bottom much longer, because it again is as a result of pretty much the same supply, or sometimes the builders will build more. Now the demand's not there, so they'll be stuck longer. So in my opinion, going into small towns has a bigger volatility than going into the bigger cities, where say, Edmonton, Calgary, or Vancouver, where there's bigger cities, life's always happening, where there's less volatility, right? Because there's a bigger center of real estate that keeps the market more stable than where somewhere that's secluded, like Chilliwack or like Fort McMurray or Grand Prairie, which were doing awesome during the boom times, but got hit really hard during the down times. So in big cities, why I prefer to be in bigger centers is because it's the volume of transactions that happen in the city and become like the central magnet of real estate. It creates a more stable foundation of where there's just more life happening. And when there's more life happening, people are buying and selling homes no matter what. So that's a real estate factor that helps support real estate prices, where you won't see massive drops in real estate, which it does happen in different sectors or cities depending on the supply of real estate and the buyers. But in general, bigger cities, central cities, you pay more, but there's a more stable market due to the number of transactions. So something to consider is, small towns react a lot different than big cities. And unless you're investing in real estate or selling in real estate, you won't know that actual market dynamics. Thank you for watching this video on small town investing versus big city investing.